Hi, we're the Late Pretenders, and you're watching Rockosaurus TV.
Well, welcome to another Face2Face interview with Rockosaurus. Today I'm very pleased to welcome to Leo's Red Lion, the Late Pretenders. Welcome, guys.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Good to see you. I've never seen you guys before, and I'll be honest, I'd never heard of you. So you're going to have to tell me. Well, now's your chance. So, what are you guys all about?
We're like a somewhere in between indie and garage rock.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzzy guitars, nice melodies, groovy. You know.
Well, I heard your sound check, and
Yeah,
I can hear exactly where you're coming from there. So, how long have you been together?
Oh well, me and Matt started the band, who's the other guitarist, in lockdown, just before lockdown actually, and then Johnny and George started with the band just after lockdown when we played our first gig.
I was there 2 weeks before George. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Just I was there 2 weeks. I got George into it. I was like,
Johnny dropped into the DMs first.
Yeah.
Shortly after, George was weighing out the landscape. And then we played our first set at, do you know Outlaw Festival?
Yeah.
Run by Deggy. We did our first set in Outlaw Festival, and then Aidan has very recently joined us. Officially became a member the other night when he played his first gig with us.
Excellent. So you're the FNG then?
I am.
Yeah. There's always an FNG. So I mean, have you been gigging regularly since lockdowns all went away?
Off and on. It's we find it quite hard to get gigs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been gigging. We've been
building up each
semi
year,
recently.
I think we worked really hard on it. At the beginning was just practicing, making sure that we didn't sort of just rock up and unpracticed and everything. We turned up with a show from the start. So we spent a long time kind of workshopping it a little bit.
Yeah.
Turned up with a show and we've been building it since then.
So important, isn't it? That being prepared.
Absolutely. Well, you want the first one to be, so you know, you don't want to go up and kind of make a fool of yourself right away, do you?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
like me putting the
we did though.
microphone upside down. All right, I thought I'd get that one in before you did. It happens to the best. Yeah. But I mean, it's so have you got any recorded work out there at the moment?
Yeah, we have. Have we got 4 singles out in a demo?
3 singles.
3 singles in a demo.
Another demo as well.
And then 2 demos knocking about, which we recorded the demos in my bedroom in lockdown. Well, before lockdown actually.
And that's what started. Like we were saying.
Yeah, that's what. So we put those out in lockdown because we sort of planned on getting moving right away, and then we couldn't because the lockdown happened. So we thought, well, what can we do? Stick out some demos, and then we started recording Green Room Studio with one of our friends, Tim Malkin in Leeds.
Yeah.
And we've recorded a few singles there as well.
Excellent.
It's been great.
Excellent. Yeah. Have you got plans for more recorded stuff going forward?
Yes, we've got some stuff being mixed currently.
Yeah.
You know, maybe for a release early next year is the plan.
That's going to be my next question.
Right there with you.
What are we looking at? Are we looking at singles, EPs, or
a run of singles to lead into probably an EP? I think is the plan. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, baby steps, isn't it? I mean,
absolutely. There's no point us sticking out an album because nobody listens to it all. We find we get more engagement sticking out singles, and we hype a single, and then everybody's like, "Wow, we really like that single." Rather, as we put out a body of work, like we initially put out a body of demos, and people would sort of they wouldn't listen to the full thing. They'd listen to the singles, and then they wouldn't necessarily listen to the full album.
I think the other thing as well with where we're going, we kind of keep each single's changing our direction a little bit, sort of exploring a little bit, so it gives us a bit of space to kind of push a certain idea a little bit, experiment with like a music video to go with a single. Next single comes out, we try something else, we go a little bit different, sort of indulge that song and give it its space to.
Well, I guess you've got to sort of find your way a bit, haven't you?
Figure out our sound.
Yeah.
Like big time. Like we've got the next singles we've got coming out are all very, very different, to be fair. I mean, there's still like a through line of like normally some fuzzy guitars or like sort of those rock tendencies, but there's some wacky stuff going on. There's more synth stuff going on, quieter, more subtle stuff as well. Like we're just trying to sort of get a lot of different stuff under our belt and figure out what we're doing with it, and then going from there.
No, absolutely. I mean, it is a question of feeling your way a little bit, isn't it? Seeing what works and what doesn't, because there's always going to be something that just does not work, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
let's face
thing.
it.
That's the thing. You just can't tell. Like sometimes you'll put out something and you'll think, oh, this is going to be the thing.
Yeah.
And then it's not. And then another time you might put out something and you're like, I'm not sure about this, and people love it. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a learning curve, and I think clearly from the way you speak, you're aware of that, and I think that's a lot of it, isn't it? Self-awareness and being self-critical.
Oh, we're very self-critical.
Yeah.
Particularly me.
Yeah. No, you just criticise everybody else. Don't you?
That's true, actually.
That's just being miserable.
I'm just miserable. That's why they're all slow songs.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. No, I mean, it's brilliant. No, as I say, it is important to actually sort of know sort of figure out which way you're going, and that's I commend you for having that self-awareness. You know, because not everybody does. You know, a lot of people just get so wrapped up in what they're doing and overdoing the self-belief. Yeah. You know?
Yes.
It's better to sort of say, okay, well, let's try this and see if it's going to work. And if it does, great. If it doesn't...
Yeah. I think there's, like, with us as well, like, my personal, like, little almost mission in the music that we make is... I think, like, a lot of rock music now is a lot of noise, everything's always on 10 kind of thing, you know, and it just keeps going that way. And I really love like old school, like 70s rock music where you could dance to it a little bit. There's a lot of space in the music. Yeah. And we're sort of trying to like bring dynamics and like groove, and particularly bass. Like bass is like Johnny's the bassist, and he's like really essential. Like if we had to do a practice about Johnny, you really notice. Like, because the songs I pretty much write everything on bass. Like I start most of the songs on bass, and then we go from there, you know. So
it is true. I'm the most important. Cheers.
Absolutely essential.
I mean, I've always been very keen on the bass sound. As I say, I'm not a musician. I can't play a note on anything. I possess a bass guitar. I've never played it. I've never been able to, but it's a piece of memorabilia actually from another band. But I mean, one of the. I don't know if you remember. Well, you're all too young to remember Free.
No, we know Free.
You should know Free.
We grew up in rock households.
I mean, you think of Mr. Big.
Yes.
Yeah. Which basically it's lead bass.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and I always love that sound. You know, it's just like
there's something in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Nothing makes you move quite like a bass makes you move.
No, that's right.
Sure.
I mean, I did have a bass player once who I was chatting to in an interview, and he actually described himself as lead bass.
So I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. But no. But obviously you'll all find your own part to play within this band, won't you?
For sure.
And I'm sure you'll do well. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Like I say, hearing your sound check, I'm impressed, and it takes a lot to impress me. I'm a cynic.
Hopefully you enjoyed the set. You know,
well, very much hope so. I'll tell you if I don't. I can be a cynical old git, but I mean, I know what I like.
So can we.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you'll probably throw stuff at me now. Guys, great chatting to you. Thanks for sparing a bit of time for me, and I'll really look forward to seeing you up there.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers, thanks for having us.
All the very best going forward, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers.